One Piece fans, the moment you've all been waiting for has finally arrived. Emo's voice has been revealed in the latest episode, and finally, after a long time, the first ever word that Emu uttered was This Lily character is extremely mysterious, and a lot has been revealed through the episode. Cobra said many things, some of which were expected, but for those who haven't read the manga, don't worry, I'll explain everything to you. And right off the bat, tell me how you found Emu's voice. See, I already knew they would give Emu a robotic voice because Emu is such a mysterious character. If they reveal everything at the start, it will become too easy to predict, which is something the One Piece creators will never do. That's why they've kept the voice like that. But that doesn't mean the voice will always be like this. No way. And I like the fact that towards the end of the episode, the One Piece creators decided not to reveal the name of Emai's voice actor. Instead of the actor's name, there was a question mark, which adds to the mystery. So it's clear they don't want to reveal it just yet. Basically, it's too early for us to fully hear Emu's voice. To be honest, I like the direction they're going with Emu's voice. The distorted sound leaves a hint of mystery and raises more questions than it answers. We were supposed to get answers here, but instead, it has just given us more questions, which is exactly what the One Piece creators wanted. Some people are overreacting to Emu's scene, but we already assumed that the scene was meant to be suspenseful, right? Emu only had to say one word, Lily. To say just that one word, there wasn't a need for a full voice reveal. And after all this time, the confusion about whether Emu is male or female seems to have cleared up a bit. In my opinion, I feel like Emu is female, bro. I don't know why, but from the way Emu moves, walking upwards, it seems more feminine to me. Guys don't usually walk like that. Come on. Leaving aside the walking style, Emu sounds more feminine. I think the voice actor is probably female too, maybe. Even without focusing on the slow robotic voice, Emu's body language feels feminine. When Emu places their hand on the throne, it made me even more suspicious that she might be female, bro. Especially that scene where Emu looks at Cobra and narrows their eyes. To me, that felt more like something a woman would do rather than a man. Plus, we know Emu likes to play with butterflies, and let's be honest, guys don't like butterflies as much as girls do. So I think Emu is female. Again, this is just my opinion, and I'm sharing it because it seems that way to me, but your opinion might be different. And if you think Emu is male, let me know why in the comments. I feel like a lot of people also think Emu is female. So from today, in all my videos, I'll be referring to Emu as a girl. Let's take a risk here, and if Oda Sensei turns out to fool us, so be it. At the start of this episode, we saw Sabo and Bonnie. We know Sabo's big episode is coming up. Bonnie heads off to Egghead, and Sabo enters that chamber that he overheard the guard talking about. After that, we see Shirahoshi being captured by the Celestial Dragons, which made me so mad, but thankfully, Sei and Leo beat the shit out of him. And it was so satisfying to see that. The satisfaction level is infinite, man. The scene cuts, and finally we see Cobra's moment. Cobra enters that room, which is shown to us from all different angles. And as for the animation, what can I say? It's not just getting better, it's becoming smoother like butter. Then we see Cobra facing the 5 elders, and he starts saying what he needed to. Cobra explains that 20 great kingdoms and their 20 great kings formed the world government 800 years ago. They are the creators of the world. Later, we came to know that within Mirage, the 20 monarchs or the 20 kings treated each other very well, but treated everyone else like slaves, which we already knew, right? And to prevent any conflict between the 20 kings or to stop any one of them from becoming a dictator, they intentionally created an empty throne. In front of it, they placed the weapons they had used to fight against Joy Boy. These same weapons were placed in front of the empty throne as a symbol of the oath that no one would sit there. No one would sit on this seat, and it would always remain empty. None of the 20 kings would claim to be number one. They were all on the same level. Then as time passed, those 20 kings and their families moved to marry GOIs and lived there, leaving their kingdoms behind. For that reason, their royal status was erased from history, and new rulers were chosen for their home countries. In the case of Alabasta, though it was different, the Nefertari family, specifically Queen Lily, one of the original 20 kings, refused to become a celestial dragon and decided to return to Alabasta. That's why there are only 19 weapons in front of the empty throne, not 20. Lily didn't want to become a celestial dragon, so she took her weapon and left. However, despite her decision to return to Alabasta, Lily never arrived. Her brother eventually became king of Alabasta. But Cobra, who has done extensive research on the Void Century and old records, couldn't find any mention of Lily's name in the history books. It's as if her name has been erased. So Cobra asks the elders why Lily Lily's name is missing. The 5 elders, of course, say they don't know. It's too old a story for them to recall. Then Cobra drops another bombshell by asking about the meaning of the D. This shocks the 5 elders, as they wonder why Cobra wants to know about the D. Cobra then reveals that Lily left behind a letter before she disappeared, which has been passed down through the generations of the Nefertari family. Just as Cobra is about to say more, Emu appears. The elders shout, "Emu-sama, King Cobra is here," and Cobra reacts to hearing that name. This suggests to me that Cobra might have some knowledge about Emu from the letter. His reaction makes me think he knows something about Emu. But then Emu finally speaks the word, Lily, their first ever word. The episode ends there, but Emai's mystery is far from over, my brother. And that voice we heard from Emu when they said Lily, it sounded very similar to the bird we saw in the Jaya arc.
お前らなんかに捕まるか。
Similar voice, bro. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. How did you like it and what's your opinion on Emu's voice? Do let me know. If you're watching until the end, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for watching this video. See you in the next one. Goodbye.